for that big win?
Good, real good. Good to have one under our belt.
Yeah, that's always nice to have, right? So you know, obviously the big story of the night for you, at least personally, was the fact that, you know, the touchdown, the sure-handed drop, but then you came back and made obviously a beautiful catch and run for 74 yards. So, I mean, what did that do for you confidence-wise, you know, as the game wore on and then maybe even kind of going into this week?
Well, you know, after that drop, I immediately thought about my teammates. I thought about my coaches and thought about my family because individually I'm very hard on myself. So when that happened, you know, I felt like I let a lot of people down. And just the whole time after that, I was just thinking I got to get it back. So somehow, some way, you know, I was just, you know, forced to get it back. You know, eventually I did that, which built definitely a lot of confidence for me. But also I think I showed a lot of character, you know, just having a drop and not getting down on myself, you know, and just being able to, you know, make an impact in the game after.
So the ball comes flying your way then, and you catch it, you start running up the sideline. I mean, what's going through your mind at that point?
Yeah.
Are you thinking 6, or are you at least thinking, hey, you know, let's turn this into a little bit of something?
Well, you know, after every catch I have, I'm always anticipating, you know, the score, no matter where it is. But particularly that play, you know, I caught the ball, you know, turned up. You seen Terry McLaurin, you know, who's an elite guy, elite player, and a person I can always count on. You know, I just seen him, you know, had the corner sealed off, and, you know, after that, I just seen green grass, so I knew it was, you know, touchdown.
Third last year against Oklahoma, Noah obviously had the breakout game. Somebody's going to have to hurt Saturday. How do you guys approach this game? You have to score a lot of points, probably.
Yeah, for sure. Well, our approach to this game is it's the biggest game this year that we're going to play. You know, it's a big-time opponent, top 10 matchup. And, you know, we have to prepare that way. You know, these guys are going to come in here with a chip on their shoulder just from last year's game, but nobody thinks about last year. You know, it's all about right now, you know, in the current moment. And, you know, we're going to prepare just like we prepare for any other week, but it's definitely a big-time game.
Parris, they threw a lot of plays at you where 7, 8 guys are dropping into coverage. Was that good preparation, do you think, for the rest of the season for what you guys would see?
Yeah, I honestly think that we're going to definitely see a lot of that. But, you know, we prepare for that, you know, week in and week out. So whatever we see is what we're going to prepare for. So I think that was good to see in that moment, to see how we dealt with it. And if it comes up, you know, further notice, we'll know how to handle it.
What stands out to you about Oklahoma's defense, what they do to challenge you guys?
Well, number one that stands out, they have a lot of guys returning. You know, I think that their defense has definitely improved just from last year, from when we played them, because, you know, they won the next, you know, 10 games or whatever it was. But I think one thing we can do is, you know, base their performance of last year of this year, because, like I said, they're going to come here with a chip on their shoulder, and they're definitely a much-improved team.
Do you guys feel, as a receiving group, as an offense, I guess, the pressure to put up points given their potent offense? I mean, do you have to keep that in mind, I guess?
Yeah.
Do you keep that?
I mean, I don't really say we feel pressured, but, you know, every time we step on the field, there's a standard, you know, an obligation that we have to hold up. You know, it's Ohio State. You know, the standard is elite. So, you know, if we go out on the field and don't have an elite performance, then, you know, that makes us look bad. But we always have a standard to hold up, no matter who the opponent.
Last year, this was kind of a statement game, going down there and winning.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's at home this time, but still a top 10 matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, is this another chance to make a statement for the 2017 team?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's the biggest game we have, you know, coming up, and yeah, it's a top 10 matchup, and like I said, they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. You know, it's a great Oklahoma team coming into our house. You know, it's the biggest it can be. College game day is going to be there. You know, it's a big stage, bright lights come on. You know, we have to perform.
Parris, we're running back to high school. You obviously pitch your passes you've caught here, trying to, you know, making that transition. Are there still times when you feel like a next running back? How long does it take you to feel like a receiver in the ball, catching the ball naturally is something okay?
Well, I feel like myself, you know, my ball skills are night and day from what they were when I got here. But it's always room for improvement, and, you know, I work every day at that. That's something I never, you know, get complacent with, and it's something I feel like I can always do better with.
When you watch the tape of the drop, what did you see that you did
Yeah.
well?
Well, the way I tried to catch it first was really dumb. I honestly don't even know what I was doing. Why I tried to catch it like that. Yeah, over the shoulder, because I mean, I couldn't see the ball all the way into my hands. I should have just framed it, you know. But it's a mistake I made, and it's a mistake I'm going to fix.
Parris, I know a lot's been made about the deep ball.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that you could consistently create an explosive passing offense without hitting that, if you are hitting you and guys like KJ on those crosses where you just get the ball and run? Like, can a team find the success you guys hope to have by relying on that kind of explosive offense as opposed to just throwing it 40 yards on the field every time?
I think most definitely. I think a big thing for us is, you know, just executing whatever play is called, no matter if it's a deep ball, no matter if it's a cross route, shallow route, whatever. I think the mentality and the anticipation in our room needs to be every time we touch the ball, we have to make a play, no matter what it is. But I definitely think that could be, you know, a part of our game that we can turn into a big time impact.
I think you and KJ crossed on that underneath on the ball to Johnny Dixon that he turned and burned on. On a play like that, what's the first thought in your mind? I don't want to run into my teammate crossing the field. Is that what do you have to keep in mind while you're coming across the field? I guess, Parris, because there's defenders standing there.
Well, that play is just set up. You know, it's a mesh concept.
Yeah.
So we try to get one guy a pick, set a pick for another guy. But I mean, I don't know. I guess the mentality for us is, you know, just full speed, whatever we do at all times. So, yeah.
Parris, as I rewatched the game on the other night, there was a moment where the TV announcer said that the receivers were apologizing to JT on the sideline for not getting open in the second quarter. Is that accurate? And if so, what motivates that sort of sideline discussion?
I don't think we were apologizing for getting open, but I think it was more of we were motivating each other just because, you know, that first half was obviously very slow. Like, we had a lot of kinks to, you know, wear out. But I think it was just a lot of motivation on the sideline, you know, saying that we needed to get into a rhythm, we needed to pick it up, you know, we needed to, you know, come together as a team. And, you know, we need a spark on the field right now, but because we didn't have it. So I don't think it was any apologizing.
You know, Indiana's coach, Tom Allen, was talking after the game, and he talked about how they dropped 8 because they wanted to get you guys moving, et cetera, because Ohio State had an inaccurate quarterback, a guy quarterback. What is your take on JT and his accuracy, et cetera, Parris? I mean, where would you put him in that realm?
Well, personally, to me, JT's the best quarterback in the nation. And I did hear the coach say that he was inaccurate. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I mean, this is a guy that I'm practicing with, you know, 4 times a week, and I'm going to a game. I have the utmost confidence in JT, and he has the utmost confidence in himself, and he has the utmost confidence in his team. And I think he's, you know, a hell of a quarterback.
And what stands out about him, especially going into big games, because you've been around him going into big games the last several years. What is he all about on a week like this?
Yeah. Well, on a week like this, JT's leadership is, you know, next level. You know, he's the quarterback of the offense, but his leadership goes a long way. You know, he's always making sure guys are where they're supposed to be. You know, what we're doing. He's making sure everything's, you know, set. So I think his leadership, you know, his qualities, they stand out on weeks like this because we need it. You know, and that's what he does.
2 more questions.
Parris, is there any motivation factor when you hear, you know, another coach say that about your quarterback to kind of propel you guys to want to do better as the weeks, you know, in the season wear on, or is it just business as usual?
You know, I think it's just business. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter where you at, it's always going to be someone else, an outsider, you know, looking in on us. But you know, we try to, you know, eliminate and just ignore all the opinions that people, you know, just the opinions that people have, because internally, you know, we are what we are, we do what we do, so we don't pay attention to stuff.
He said he doesn't necessarily have a chip on his shoulder, but he was kind of under-recruited. He's got coaches saying what Coach Allen said about him now. Does he have a chip on his shoulder? Like in a good way. I'm not talking about.
Honestly, I don't think he does. I just think JT just, every time he steps on the field, he just goes to work. Like I said, he's one of the best leaders on our team, and I honestly don't think he has a chip. I just think, you know, he's JT Barrett. He just does what he does.
Thanks, Parris.
No problem.
Thanks, Parris.